We heard it in the news, and it was making rounds in Osun State and even beyond, that Governor Ademola Adeleke wanted to defect from the PDP to the APC.
He confirmed it himself. Go and check the statement. The stakeholders duly signed statement confirmed that yes, they wanted to go to APC, but a group within the APC did not welcome them, and so they are no longer going anywhere. It's stated in black and white.
If Governor Adeleke had joined the APC, do you think that it would have, in a way, doused the tension, the political tension in Osun State when it comes to opposition? Because at the time we wouldn't be having PDP opposition.
It would have worsened it.
How?
As a political, I know that there are people within the APC who don't believe in the governor. There are people within the PDP who don't believe in APC. So the political tension would have been heightened.
So that would be a disaster.
Yeah, either way it would have been heightened. And if APC had admitted him, I can bet you that APC would have lost the election. Because there are people within the APC who will sabotage the process because they don't like the man. Not as a person, but because most of us believe that he does not have the capacity to govern.
Governor Adeleke does not have the capacity.
He does not have both the mental.
But he has been governing for 3 years now.
Well, if you say so.
So you feel Osun State is not where it's supposed to be?
Go and check the number of ESCO meetings that they have held in 3 years. That is where you know whether he's been governing or not. Even the House of Assembly, how many times do they sit? Most often, when they have decided what they want to do, they will just call the speaker, he too will just call the member of the House, and before you do, they will just do abracadabra, and you begin to hear all that thing. I recall when he presented his first budget, I criticized his presentation. In the history of Nigeria, I don't know whether it has happened anywhere before, but Osun was the first place I saw a governor reading a one-page budget speech. And even at that, the delivery was poor. One-pager budget speech. The minimum of a budget speech should be like 80-something. Minimum. A pager. So when I criticized it, the subsequent year, they didn't show us where he was delivering his budget. The only thing they did was to just bring out photographs and say the governor has presented the budget. And since then, I lost interest in even following up. So he does not have the capacity. That is the truth.
And you're also indicting the House of Assembly of
course. Let them tell us the number of days they have sat in the last 3 years. Sometimes I restrain myself from criticizing the government so that people don't think that, it's because I serve it all that. But I'm happy that those who know me very well and who have been following me over the years know that when I'm convinced about an issue, I make my view known on them very strongly too. I comment on political issues, political activities across the country. It's not, maybe I have special love for that of Osun because I'm from the state and I want the good of the state. This governor we are talking about in 2017, when he was running for Osun West Senatorial District election, I supported him. I did a lot of analysis, a lot of stories in his support. Why? Because I felt very strongly that the then governor, Ben Ralph, was not being fair to the family after the death of the late Adeleke.
So you supported him then?
I supported him then because I thought he had something upstairs. But after that election in 2017, and the only thing I hear is about dancing. So when he now wanted to run again for governorship in 2018, I said, no. What have you done with the Senate mandate that was given to you and you want to be governor? So, and when people started attacking me, I said, okay, when I supported him in 2017, how much did you give me? I am not sure if he knows me, maybe through photographs. I've never met him before. Even as at 2017, when I supported him, it was based on conviction. It wasn't anything personal. So I started opposing him even before I met my former principal. I met my former principal in 2019. I was opposed to his election in 2018. So most people try to draw a correlation between my working for Itola and my being antagonistic of him.
They're two different things.
They are two different things. They are not related.
Okay.
That has been my stand because when they attempted to make me publish an interview, and the person who sent it to me, I told him, well, if the man, even if it is on phone, let him grant the interview on phone. You don't expect me to run an interview of a man I've never spoken to, and you want me to present it to the public as if he spoke to me.
When was this?
This was in the build-up to the 2018 governorship election.
Okay. So it was supposed to be on an interview or grant an interview?
I was doing analysis.
Okay.
And I was interviewing the major candidates.
Okay.
So I reached out to their group.
All right.
For them to oblige me an interview.
Okay.
The next thing they did was to send me a prepared
answers.
No, not just answer, a Q&A, as if somebody else had conducted the interview and they want me to run it in my name. I said, no, I won't do that.
Okay.
Because I know the man does not have the mental capacity to produce the things they have sent to me to publish in his name.
You don't. People said that about him, and they say that he can't. No, calm down. And they said that he lacks the mental capability to run a state and the capacity to actually govern a state and all of that. And there were talks about, oh, he has never granted an interview before. That's why he doesn't do media rounds. He doesn't go to media houses for interviews to connect with the people. But in 2022, the build up to 2022, the campaigns, we saw some sort of a shift from Governor Adeleke, especially with the debates that he attended. Exactly. The BBC debate that he attended. And that was like a game changer for his political journey, because it kind of made the critics shut up when they tell you, oh, he doesn't have anything upstairs.
Those who shut up are those who probably didn't listen through that interview. Because if you listen through that interview, including that of channels, you know that most often when they ask him questions, the answers he produced are totally different from the question being asked him. Go back to those videos, go and listen to them again. However, I agree that His Excellency Governor Ademola of 2018 was different from Governor Ademola of 2022 with regards to public speaking and whatever. But even at that, go and look at the interview session he had with what was this IFLS radio station in Osun?
Fresh
FM. He was practically reading from the book to provide answer. A note was scribbled down, and even in reading, he was very poor at it. The video is out there.
Sometimes we need a guide to put us through when we talk.
I agree with you.
Okay.
But in doing that, you must demonstrate ownership. You must show capacity.
But you would agree with me that not everybody has that public speaking ability.
Fine.
It doesn't necessarily mean that
when you don't have public speaking
they do not have the capacity to deliver.
You should be able to write. Has he written any letter to you in the last 3 years?
There's no cause for him to write me a letter.
Okay. I wish him well.